Hello and welcome to A Course of Love. I'm Teri Angel with my co-host Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
And we have our Auntie Jean with us tonight. Hello,
Welcome,
darling.
everyone.
We miss you when you're not here.
Oh, I miss it so much.
Yeah, and we have Charlie Charman.
Hello, good evening, and welcome.
So let's get started with this. Karen, did you want to do a short meditation to bring us into our heart?
No, I think we should just do the reading.
Just do the reading? Okay.
While we're doing the readings, I think we should be present with the reading.
We can do that. All right. So we left off at 9.13.
All right, I'll start.
Okay.
We thus return to your perception of your emotions and all that causes you to feel. In your feelings, especially those you cannot name, lies your connection to all that is. This is useful because what you have named and classified is harder to dislodge and bring to light. Even those feelings you attempt to name and keep cleverly in a box that you have labeled this or that often are not content to stay where you would place them. They seem to betray you when it is you who betray them by not allowing them to be what they are. This could be used as a capsule definition of your entire problem. You do not allow anything that exists in your world, including yourself, to be what it is.
So you're doing paragraph by paragraph, huh?
Yes,
okay. We are.
Okay.
I just love that. I know I was giggling along with you, Karen, that those things that we label, you're not content to stay where you place them.
True, isn't it? Yes.
I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad.
I'm not angry at all.
That's what I was just saying. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that. I'm not hurt because they wouldn't let me get a tattoo. I'm not hurt.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They surely jumped out of the box today.
Just the fact that I brought them all to life, if I hadn't given them life, they wouldn't even be here to get a tattoo. We won't discuss it.
My dad used to say, I brought you into this world, I can take you out.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
It was really funny because we kind of had a little birthday party. Her birthday is tomorrow, but we had a little birthday party for her on Saturday because all her friends came over.
Nice.
And so I wished I had taken a picture of it. I got her a cake in the shape of a cupcake. It's like a big cupcake. And even her friends said, well, I think she should be able to have a tattoo. She gave birth to you.
That's right.
Oh,
who are they to tell you if you can or can't have a tattoo?
I know.
I
would never say that to my mother if she wanted to have a tattoo.
Well, see, I raised my children wrong, apparently. I just remembered. Excuse me, guys. I know you're seeing my tummy.
Oh, nice cross.
Necklace.
Thank you.
I guess you wanted to show us.
I think so.
They got.
The hummingbird. Yes,
now,
I
this
love
is
it.
in black and white, and they got it in different colors. Michelle's
pretty.
in. Well, actually, that's Michelle's. She's got it in teal, and one of them got it in red, and one of them got. They got them. It is pretty, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Yes, it is.
So I think you got to get one tattoo for each of them and use the same colors.
Well, what I wanted to do was get the same tattoo, but have all their colors in it, the different colors of all of them.
Well, do
So-
what you want to do, Auntie Jean.
And I said, I'm going to keep a copy of the picture. Who knows? I can go get one if I want one.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
You can do anything you want to do.
That's right.
All right. I can read the next paragraph.
Okay.
Feelings that on their own seem to rebel against this insane situation are guided by memories trying to reveal the truth to you. They call to you from a place that you know not. The difficulty is that the only self that is listening to this call is your separated self. It is in the attempts of the separated self to interpret what feelings would say that they become as distorted as all the rest. It is the separated self that feels impelled to label feelings good and bad, some worthy of acknowledgement, and the rest worthy only of denial or contempt. It is your language that gives emotion its place, one step behind fear in your battle to control or protect what you have made.
That was very enlightening.
Oh, I know,
You know,
right?
to realize
Yeah.
that that's what you're really doing it from. It's from fear, you know, and you don't think about that because we think of fear as being afraid of something vicious or something, you know, really life threatening. But
Mhm.
there is that sense of, I even wrote survival along that paragraph. You have
Yeah.
that survival instinct, you know,
Mhm.
but it's all false. It's all an illusion. You know, it's all an illusion because we just want to, I don't know, want to use the jet. I wrote a lot of things over here. Well, not all of us, you know. I'm reading this along, and I said, okay, well, I've come a little further than that.
Mhm.
You know, do you feel that way? I'm sure you do, because you all are so far ahead of me that you
Yeah.
feel
Well,
like
that's the self-awareness that we develop with this stuff and becoming more emotionally intelligent and knowing what's going on. It's like, okay, what's really going on here? We have to ask those important questions, right? We don't just let the emotions rule us. We get a hold of them and say, okay, I see you. I see you there, fear, trying to hide, but I know what you are. I recognize you, right?
exactly.
Jean, do you want to read the next paragraph
Sure, absolutely.
about fear?
Fear always lies one step beneath the surface of a situation. Because it lies one step beneath the surface of your self. Peel back the first level of what your eyes allow you to observe, and you will find fear lurking there. The next level, depending on your disposition, is either the desire to control or the desire to protect. They are really the same, but they wear different faces to the world. If, for the purpose of our discussion, the body is the surface aspect of yourself, and if beneath that surface what is first encountered is fear, it is from fear that all the rest proceeds. Surely it is easy to see that neither the desire to control nor to protect would exist without the layer of fear that comes before it. I think that was what's really awakening is, you know, I would have argued, but I would have been argued wrong. I would have argued and said, no, I don't want to control anything. No, and that's not true. It's not
Right.
true. Well, you know, we even had that discussion the other day about that I always want to be perfect. I want everybody else to be perfect too. So that is controlling. That
Yeah.
The little self wants to control everything. The little self wants to feel safe. That's why it does all the things that it does. So we just need to be more gentle with it, and not have such a high expectation of it, and learn how to love everyone and everything with no expectations and no demands, and just let that little one rest in our heart and just keep telling it it's okay. You're not wrong, but you're not real. You're not wrong, but you're not real. I'm not going to listen to you anymore. Just you're welcome in the true heart, but you need to just be quiet now.
you feel that way too, Charlie?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, stop trying to control. And like the two words they said there,
And
control
protect.
and to protect. Yeah. And that's...
What are we protecting? Something so weak, something so vulnerable. What is it? Our body?
Something that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, I think we try to protect whatever we have.
It's so hard for me to grasp onto that it doesn't exist,
If I'm sorry.
No, it's just, I'm having a hard time relating to this, I understand it and everything, and but it's hard, to get rid of that control mechanism.
Well, I think we've created our world. We've got our little family. We've got our little, that includes our kin, and then it includes all the ones that we love, who are friends and who we know, and we try to be protective of that so it doesn't change. We want it to be there. We want that security that will always be there and we'll always have that. And that's not the way life is. And besides, like it says, we need to let things be what they are and not try to control them. Anyway, it's been... I put down here, can you believe I put this down here? What if I do not live from or for my physical body, but for my spiritual self? See, when I read this, sometimes I get a little angry. And I write these kind of weird things, like, what if I'm not living for my body, but I'm living for my spiritual self? I like to think that I'm working more on my spiritual self and not putting any importance on my physical self. May not be true, but that's what I'd like to kind of believe.
Yeah.
I know Charlie works real hard on his spiritual being.
Well, today I didn't, and I was all out of whack because I didn't. So,
I've been all
Did it jump out of the box, Charlie?
yeah, I jumped right out of that box. Oh my God. I was swinging it.
Unleashed a monster.
Swinging at people. I had the sword. I grabbed Michael's sword and I was...
What did you do, Charlie?
I can't even talk about it.
Hi, Shoshana.
I came into my fear.
You
Fear,
did.
like all the rest of your emotion, comes in many guises and is given many names, but there are really only two emotions. One is fear, the other love. Fear is thus the source of all illusion. Love is the source of truth. Wow, I gotta have that one tattooed on me. where I can see it all the time,
Yeah.
and to remind myself to go into that love. That was a short one. I'm going to read the next one, if you don't mind. How could one separate all, for all the rest, not to be fearful? It matters not at all that all whom you observe seem to be separate as well. No one really believes another to be as separate as he is. It always seems as if others have what you lack and what you are looking for. You seem to be alone in your frailty, loneliness, and lack of love. Others misunderstanding you and know you not, and neither can you make any sense of them. That was me today.
Yeah, and we don't need to. You know, so many times we say, make it make sense, God. Just make it make sense. And it doesn't have to. And that's the thing. That's us. That's our little self wanting to have control again, wanting to say, oh, but I need to understand this, right? I need to be in control here. I need to know what it's all about. We don't have to know everything. We're not going to know everything in this life while we're here. We're just not. And once we can accept that, might make it a little bit easier, I think, when we start to let those emotions jump out of that box and the fear come up. But yeah, it's like not everything's going to make sense. There's so many things that don't. So many things, like when I think of human trafficking, or I think of, countries in this archaic war against each other. I'm like, it's like kids fighting over something. Grow up, grow up and stop the insanity already. So yeah, there's things that just are not going to make sense.
That's what my daughter and I were
There's only
talking
love.
about. Marianne and I were talking
Yeah.
about that, about, when we see things that happen that seem so unfair, why does God allow it? Why, well, it depends on who you are, what you say. Why does God do it? Or why does he allow it? Or, and I said, you don't have to know why, but you do have to know. Or the one thing I always tell people is you have to honestly have faith that God makes everything right. And that doesn't mean that if your child has been killed in an accident, that he brings your child back. It just means that it's okay. It's all right. He's nothing but love, and we should be nothing but love, and we find peace in that, knowing that he is that love, and he won't bring the person back, but he makes everything right, and in the end, everything will be right.
Yeah, and brings you to a place of peace with it.
Exactly. Yeah. Because, everybody wants karma. If something bad happens, they want something, something to happen to the person that caused it or whatever. That's right. Vindictive, judgmental, and just downright ugly, and sometimes we just have to accept things, and know that God didn't do it. It's something that happened. God didn't do it. He didn't want to punish that child, or, like my granddaughter who died. It was hard. Yeah, I was mad at him for a while, but it wasn't his doing, and things changed because of that.
Yeah, but it's our human way of wanting to point a finger, right?
Exactly.
We want to point a finger at something or somebody else that is to blame. And that's when we go into victimhood, and that's when things go south. When we start going down that spiral of the world's conspiring against me, and God let this happen, and we start spewing all of that, and that's all fear. It's all the fear response.
All
Sure,
right.
and
And
I'm
this need
learning
not
from this
be.
too.
That's the next sentence.
Right.
This need not be. For you are not separate. The relationships you seek to end your loneliness can do so if you but learn to see relationship differently. As with all your problems in perception, fear is what blocks the vision of your heart. The light of the Christ in you would shine upon that darkness. Can you not see that when you choose to make yourself separate and alone, you also made a choice for fear? Fear is nothing but a choice, and it can be replaced by the choice of another kind.
I love that. We make choices every moment of every day.
And we could sit here arguing and disagreeing and taking a position, but honestly, if we just let go of all of the positions and just be in the vibration of, I don't know, I maybe that's why that's happening. I don't know. And just, I love you. I love you, and I don't care. I don't need to be right. I don't need to be, the one who explains it to you. Just, I don't know. I have no idea why any of it's happening. Not one. I'm not going to give you not one iota of an idea.
Right.
I'm not blaming anybody. I just don't know why it's happening.
Yeah.
And
it's
but
okay
I do
not
like
to know.
that this need not be. And I do like that,
I like that too. This need not be. I think I need to highlight that.
I like
this
that.
need not be. It's a big one that he says right there. He says it a lot. This need not be, for you are not separate. This need not be, for you are not separate. It's only when we believe that we're separate that we feel we have to defend or protect. Because if we're just a spirit floating around.
But see that I don't know. I just get kind of exasperated because everybody's looking for something. They don't realize what they're looking for. What they've lost is the unity, the togetherness. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for that to be, because we're all one. We're all. I don't even want to think we're closer than the family. I don't know even how to explain it, but that's
We're
what
one light. We're all one light. We're all
and everybody spends their whole life searching for this. They don't know what it is they're missing, and that is what they're missing.
And they blame everybody else for their unhappiness.
I know, and we're the ones
pointing the finger, right?
Yeah, for our separateness.
We love to point fingers.
Well, that's why we just come back to that sentence. This need not be.
This need not be.
This need not be.
I highlighted it.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing to answer. Like when somebody comes at you with a thought like that, because really the ego is constantly asking the same question in all different forms, but it's all saying, how did the impossible happen? Like, how did this separation happen? How did it happen? How did it happen? It didn't happen. It never happened. And so we have to just stop fighting about what never happened. It never happened. We're all having this beautiful experience of an illusion that we either are choosing to add to the light or we're adding to the fear. We get to choose in every moment which one we choose. That's what, that's why we're here in this human form.
All right, we're up to my birthday.
9/19. We'll start there tomorrow, I guess.
the start of
Oh gosh, the time went by so fast.
It goes so fast, Jean. It really
We
does.
can't get through
I
this
haven't even gotten
chapter.
to
Wow.
what I wanted to talk about.
No, my birthday
We-
even next.
I know. It
Alright,
just
sweetheart.
really flies.
Yeah,
You know, half an hour, it's like it just goes.
We've been averaging
So
5 a day.
We
We'll
need
be
to have
another
a
2
book
weeks on this
lesson
chapter.
study for an hour and a half, I guess.
Yeah, fun.
Well, we're not in a race, like I said, and
No, we're not.
yeah. What's our rush? I say let's just enjoy it.
Well,
Yeah,
and I
take our
think
time
that
with
for
it.
some people like me, it's more understandable taken in pieces than trying to do it as a whole.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
appreciate
I love that we're doing this. I really do. Yeah. So hi, Chris.
Hello.
it, sweetheart.
All right. So we
Hello.
are changing our hats, and now we are chanting for change. And the first one is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. So Karen, would you lead us into this?
Yes, so this is where we chant to remove all obstacles, and we'll do it 3 times slow, and then we'll do our chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number, and then beautiful Teri Angel will take us into an experience of freedom, and then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed. Om Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. Om Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all illnesses, illusions, and allergies be removed. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Ganapataye
Om
Om Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye 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 Namaha. Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
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 Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Let's go into our hearts with the breath. Just breathe deep into your heart center, realizing that whatever it was you considered to be a barrier or an object that stood in your way, there is nothing that can separate us from the Creator. We are all equal and we are all made of love, and love is what we go into when we go into our hearts. So let's hold that love as we go into this next chant. And the chanters are invited to come back to our breathing so that our collective energy of mindfulness will bring us together as an organism, going as a river with no more separation. Let the whole of the chanters breathe as one body, chant as one body, listen as one body, and transcend the boundaries of a delusive self, liberating from the superiority complex, the inferiority complex, and the equality complex. So, as one, we will chant this next chant of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And some people call it the love chant. So that's what happens when we chant it. We go into the energy of love. So, Karen, would you guide us into our hearts with this one?
Yes, so this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. And then beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will take us into the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Kyo.
We declare that all are happy and healthy.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Renge
Renge
We
Kyo.
declare all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
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 Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo. Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Nam
Myoho
Nam
Myoho
Renge
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo. Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Nam Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
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 Myoho
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 Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
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 Kyo.
Nam
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 Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Myoho Renge
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Nam Myoho Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo, Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo, Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo,
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo,
Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo,
Renge
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo,
Renge
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo,
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo,
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo, Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo, Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo, Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo,
Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
How beautiful. Let's go back into our hearts again. This time, if you touch your heart center, you'll feel that flow of energy. You'll feel all the steadiness, all the energy that's just pure love, that's rolling like a river in your heart, just seeking that which is peace. And we give honor and glory to our Creator for giving us that peace inside of us, for giving us everything that we are. We are a spark of the divine. So every night we chant Om 3 times slowly to give honor back to God. And then we stay in our hearts as we give that love away. So take a deep breath into your heart space and let's begin the chanting of Om. Just stay in your heart. Stay in that energy of peace. Just breathe in peace and breathe out peace. Breathe in love and breathe out love. We only seek what we know, which is love. So as you send it out into the world, just know that it's also looking for you. Just like a magnet is going to draw to each other. So let's see that peace happening. Let's see it finding us just as we're looking for it. Om Shanti Shanti.
Shanti.
Om
Om
peace,
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 peace. May this
peace.
peace that we feel in our heart go out into the world. May our hearts be full of love and joy and peace. May our homes be full of love and joy and peace. And may we see it in our world, everywhere we look, immense love for each other, peace falling in every crack and crevice on the earth. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
So every night we make that declaration, don't we? We know that there is this peace. We know it's right here in our heart. So every night we say that declaration together, and Chris leads us into it by counting us down.
I am Ayana. We did this every night. We declare that the peace on open. Be kind to everyone else. 1, 2, 3.
We declare
We declare
there is
that there
peace
is
on
peace
earth,
on earth,
And we
and we
declare
declare
that that
that
that
peace
peace
begins
begins
inside.
inside
inside
of us.
all.
I
I
choose to
choose
see
to
only
Choose
see
to see
light
only
light
light
and
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 love.
love
only love.
forever and
Amen.
ever.
Amen.
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 Amen. And yes, we are a group that, like Auntie Jean says, created a movement, and we've been doing this movement now for 1,380 days now, as a group known as
The
Peace,
peace for
peace, for
peace.
peace.
Yes, we the Peace for Peace.
That's who we are, the peace for peace. The P warriors, the P earth angels. We are the peace for peace. And we couldn't do it without our beautiful peas that come in every night, like our shining pea, Shoshana. And Marlene, we're missing you. We're missing our miracle pea and many other peas that come in. Isabel and Jennifer. You know, there's quite a few, but we have peas all over the world. And right here in the room, we have our beautiful sweet pea, Chris,
Yeah.
who's kind of in charge of all the sweet animals in the world. And we have our beautiful songstress pea, and she really is beautiful, and her voice is gorgeous, Karen. And we have our charming and magnificent Charlie, and we're going to make him a cake one of these days. And then we have our Mama P. And is the Queen here? I can't see you behind the information. She's not here today. There she is.
Here.
There's her
She just
majesty.
arrived.
Okay, let me bow a little bit. Okay. And you guys, if you're new to our program, I know we're a little crazy, but you'll love it. And we're asking you, since we're all peas, and the peas are really about finding peace and love in the world. And he's a pea, and she's a pea, and Shoshana's a pea. Our question is, wouldn't
you like to be a pea too?
And we'd love to have you. And thank you for coming tonight. I also would like to remind you about our daily meditation, which is at 1:11 p.m. At Eastern Time on 10 million for world peace, 10 million for worldpeace.org, 10 million for world peace on Facebook, 10 million for world peace on YouTube. We also have it streaming on all kinds of things, but I think I'll let Her Majesty tell you about that, because I don't know all of them. Anyway, thank you for listening to me. I love you all. And Teri, it's up to you now. Take it home.
Thank you, Jean. It's so good to have you back with us, Auntie Jean. So every day, as Jean said, at 1:11, we start the meditation. So you want to come in a little bit early so that you can go right from the very beginning of the meditation with us. We do stream it on 3 different Facebook pages and 3 different YouTube channels. And one of those is 10 Million for World Peace on YouTube. And then we also stream on LinkedIn. So you can find us anywhere you want to look. We're going to be there. And we have so much going on. In addition to the daily meditations, we have a healing circle once a month on the first Saturday. And we have a blog that comes out once a week. We have a podcast that comes out once a week. So come on in and join us. When you go to that website that Jean mentioned, the 10millionforworldpeace.org, there's all kinds of goodies in there. So look around, make yourself familiar with what we do, and come be a part of this big peace mission. We need you, and we want you to be there with us. We appreciate you coming in tonight. We love you, every one of you. You're so precious to us. Thank you for chanting with us. And yeah, those that are missing in action, we're especially missing our Gracie. There's a big hole that's left there when she's not here. So thank you for coming, and stay in your heart and stay blessed. And we're going to leave you with
Namaste.
Namaste, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow.
Love you.
Bye,
Good night,
everyone.
Gracie, wherever you are. Love you, darling.